just want to make sure this recording's not going to be given over to the authorities. That ought to be on
NSA.
most, what did the NSA, yeah. Well, my name is Joe Price. I'm a property owner on Main Street at 1850 East Main and have been since 1991. I bought the property and I opened my business there in 1986. I'm a used car dealer and we were also in used car sales. I have rented the property out since 1995. I was JD Byrider Auto Sales for 15 years, and due to the economic conditions, I lost my tenant. I've had a couple other tenants in there since then, but it's presently Brown Brothers Automotive, and that's a block and a half west of Gilbert Road, the north side of the street, 1850 East Main. You know, Main Street is empty. It has a lot of businesses that are closed, but I've been in Mesa's on and off since 1969, and in Phoenix on and off since 1955, so I've seen the city. We used to live at 16th Street in Bethany Home when it was considered to be out in the county. We weren't even in the city of Phoenix at that time, so I've seen a lot of changes, but the light rail system that they're putting in, they built 20 miles for $1.2 billion. It cost approximately, this is information I got from Alex Albert, who's one of the central planners with the light rail. She responded to me in email. It costs $1.75 million per mile every year to finance this light rail. We have approximately 45,000 people that ride the light rail every day. Well, at the intersection of Gilbert Road and Main Street, there's over 51,000 cars, according to the City of Mesa's traffic count, that come through that intersection. And we have spent $1.2 billion plus 3 miles they're building from Sycamore up to Mesa Drive, which has another 5.so billion. Well, that's about another $180 million to the total. And then that increases the Mesa City budget over $5 million a year just for those 3 miles they're building. So light rail is a subsidized transportation system for a very small population. And along that light rail route, family-owned businesses, the hundreds and hundreds of businesses that have been on that light rail route have suffered. Many of them went out of business, lost their lifetime investments, all because we have central planners that know better than you do what to do with your property. And that's what it comes down to. The runaway activist government believes that they have a better idea for your property than what you have. Now, I don't particularly care for that. I mean, I'm the one that purchased that property. I worked my tail off to get the money to buy it. I paid $15,000 a year in property tax from it. But I basically don't own that property because I have an activist government that tells me they can take it anytime they want through the power of eminent domain, through a plan for transit for a small bunch of people. That 1.9 miles they're going to build, I mean, the rest of it's done. Up until Mesa Drive, it's done deal. They're building it. Once they get it built, it's over. Taxpayers are on the hook for the $1.75 million per mile forever. But so far, the 1.9 miles from Mesa Drive to Gilbert is still up in the air. And the City of Mesa has to sell bonds to finance that money, to finance that construction. They're going to give the money to Valley Metro to do it with. And they're planning, like I said, to pay it back with federal funds that we don't know if they'll ever get them. Maybe they will, maybe they won't. I don't know, 45% of the federal budget, that money's being borrowed now. So if we ever get any fiscal responsibility, our federal funds, highway funds may be cut in half at some point. We don't know. We're all betting on the come that the feds will pony up this money, and the feds are you and me. If you pay federal tax, you're part of the feds. So part of your money's going to come back to fund this system that has 45,000 riders. They're only going to capture 4,000 more riders, according to their own estimates, from Mesa Drive to Gilbert Road.
Is that 4,000 per month or per year?
Who knows? I don't know if it's per month, per day, or what it is. I assume it's per day. But I did a little rough calculation on the deal. For $60 million, you can buy at $25 each, 2,400,000 dial ride vouchers a year.
But you're not saying they're running 45,000 people per day on light rail?
That's
Does
what
that
they're
sound-
telling us.
Per day?
That's what they're saying. But it's 20 miles of light rail. How many is that supposed to have 2,000 people a day? I mean, a mile?
Well, is that 45,000 people miles or riders, or
Here's
how
what-
are we saying?
They don't calculate it. How they calculate it is people that get on it.
Okay.
Whether you get on it twice a day to go to work,
That's
or
two
come
riders.
back from work, you're two riders, okay? That's how they count it, per person that gets on it. So you can ride it twice a day and you get counted as two people. They only have 78% they only have 22% of the people that actually pay their fares. 78% of the light rail collection box, the riders ride for free. And that's according to the light rail people. It doesn't pay for itself. You have a small percentage of people that ride on it. I've never ridden on the light rail. I know it'd be good if you want to go down to the ballpark and watch the Diamondbacks play, but once you get to your destination, where do you go? How do you get from where else? You're gonna go walk, ride a bike, get a taxi cab. Unless your business is right on the light rail, and most of the businesses on light rail are, government businesses downtown, you gotta walk. And all those small businesses and Masons on Main Street that were killed because of the recession, they're all gonna be gone when this light rail comes, because they're gonna kill our traffic. They're gonna take our traffic count from about 25,000 cars a day down to about 9,000 cars a day. And that's according to the City of Mesa's traffic counts that we have on that road. So, $60 million a mile, 1.7 miles to build it, 1.75 million miles per mile to operate and subsidize it. The taxpayers will be paying every year to capture 45,000 individual people getting on and off it. It's a bad deal. It's huge government bureaucracy, and it's basically, in my opinion, it's a legacy for these central planners. This is their huge legacy. It's had that light rail running back and forth, going nowhere from point A out in West Phoenix to point B, someplace in East Mesa or in East Valley. And what do you do once you get off the light rail? You get a taxi cab, you walk, whatever. We got a $110 million bike plan that's currently being implemented. It was Mason Mayor Scott Smith's brainchild after he made some of his visits back east on his job to, he belongs to a lot of organizations, big government organizations, and he saw a bike share plan back in one of those big cities, and that was a good idea. The City of Mesa is going to spend $110 million for bikes to make this a bike-friendly city. I don't know, 110 degrees outside today at 3 o'clock. I'm not going to ride my bike 10 miles to get home. Will you?